Right, I'm gonna start with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I'm almost out on this one, but I still have enough to use a couple of times. Follow it up with the gripping primer. I like to use this at the area where I feel like makeup doesn't stick, and that for me is around my nose and the sunken area of the under eyes. I'm gonna use the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I have this in shade number 5W. I'm gonna drop a few on my palette, just like that. I'm gonna use my brush and coat the brush really good. Going stamping motion, not doing much, just trying to correct the skin. Okay, so you can see my imperfections still peeping through. Okay, I'm going to use Natasha Denona concealer. I have this in shade number 18. Place a little here and a little here. I blend this with a brush. This dries super fast, so I like to do it bit by bit. Take a sponge and go over it to this other side. Take the sponge and go over it one more time. The same Natasha concealer, a darker shade to contour. This is shade number 23. I'm going to place a little here and a little here. I'm taking a smaller brush and going stamping motion like that. Again, this dries super fast, so I'm doing it like as I proceed. I don't want to have them down, then they dry and remain on the spot. So I have to like do it bit by bit as I proceed. Then I take back the foundation brush and I go the edges. Yeah, just like that to look more natural. I'm placing it really high because, like I said, the concealer doesn't budge. Wherever you get it, stay put. So I prefer to place it really high. And I take back the foundation brush. Well, just a tiny, I'm gonna blend it at the jawline and take it down. I have to be super fast because this dry really fast. Back the foundation brush and I go the edges. I'm going stamping motion. This is the side that is contoured and this is the side that is not. Go around the bridge of the nose, back and forth to the nostrils. You know, not really doing the contour, but at least trying to shape the flat nose a bit and drag it to the eyelid, you know, just like that. I'm not really trying to focus on contouring my nose, but I don't want to leave it flat. You can do this with your bronzer or contour stick, anything. The idea is to use a little, not much, because if you use a lot, it will end up looking muddy. And yeah, I'm going to use a lighter shade. This is shade number 16. A little here and here. The same idea, doing it step by step to avoid it being dry. So I'm just going in stamping motion and I take back the sponge and go over it. Dab, 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 dab. I love this concealer, but the fact that I have to do everything bit by bit kind of drive me bonkers. Taking back the sponge and go all over the face one more time. You know, just to get it to look a bit more put together. And yeah. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona setting powder. This is the Invisible HD Face Powder. I'm going to use this to set only the under eyes. With a powder puff, I'm going to take a little. I'm going to use the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder. I've got this in shade number 4N. I feel like this powder have some sort of a sheen to it, and that makes me don't use it that much because I feel like any product that has sparkling to it kind of emphasize the texture on my skin. But let me just go with the flow and see how I look. It's not bad, but let's just go with the flow. With the type of skin that I have, anything luminous kind of emphasize texture on my skin. Now, the same reason I don't get to use this powder. This is the Glowish Luminous Press Powder. The powder is super beautiful, but it does the same thing as this one. Just imagine, let me show you what I'm talking about. You see how little I've got here? Let me place it here, then you will see the shiny situation I've got going on. That is just this powder. So this does the same, but this is not as intense as this. Now I have a tiny bit of this on my face, and it looks good. It looks healthy, but again, it's emphasizing the texture on my skin. So yeah, I'm just putting that out there. The Dior Face and Body powder no powder. I don't get why they call it powder no powder, because in my head when you say powder no powder, I am expecting not to see it. I'm expecting something translucent like this one. This appears like translucent. This is the Cover FX Perfect Press Powder. You can pack on this and it will not show that you have something on. So this can bear the name powder no powder because it's there but it's not there. You get the point? However, this very one that bear the name powder no powder is there and is there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to explain why I don't get to use it that much. Either way, I'll figure it out how to use it because I've had it for a while, and so far I've used it like 3 times, and each time I use it I notice the texture emphasize on my skin. Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but then again it's not what I want. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to the eyebrows. All right, eyebrows are done. Let's do bronzer and move on to the eye look. I'm placing this at the high point. All right, I'm gonna use the Cuddly Beauty Alexa. I'm gonna use this Sephora Colorful Blush. I'll place it here. I may probably come back to the blush placement again. Let's quickly do the lips. This is the Makeup Forever Rejatis 114. I'm not using a lip liner, so I'll use this around the border of the lips. You know. I'm going to take shade 104, which is a bit lighter, and place it at the center. Alright, this is pretty much it. As it is, you can just do little bronzer on the eyelid, put on mascara, and you're good to go. But I like all things shiny, so I'm gonna do a little eye look and throw some shimmer on the lid, and we call it a day. So I'm gonna stick to the browns from the Jaclyn Hill palette one more time. Use the Fenty concealer a little on the eyelid. I'm taking this, the brush I'm using is the M441. I'm gonna go in stamping motion all over the lid. mainly focusing at the high point and gently blend it into the crease and take it down to the inner corner in circular motion. Take this shade and I'm going to blend this back and forth right above the crease line and slowly take it to the inner corner, back and forth from the high point of the outer crease line above the crease line, slowly in circular motion to the inner corner. And then taking the darker shade here, I'm placing it in stamping motion at the outer corner. Oh, this very one have some sort of a satin sheen to it. Notice I'm not blending, I'm just placing it in stamping motion. I'll blend later, but for now I need to like get it to appear more opaque. And then go over it one more time. You know, yeah. Taking back the initial brush and blend in circular motion and take it up a bit at the half part of the outer V and slowly fade it out into the inner corner in circular motion. You know, like that, nothing serious. So as it is, I'm not adding any additional product. I'm just blending what is there already. This is basically two shades of brown, one darker brown and one medium brown. So after the transition, you can even use your powder as a transition to lock in the concealer. It's nothing serious, it's just quick way of looking stunning without really doing much. By the way, to some of you that always comment that you are stunning, I appreciate that. Thank you. Taking the dense brush with no additional product and gently blend back and forth at the outer lower lash line. Taking the darker brown and go over the black and blend it from the inner corner and take it back to the outer corner. You know, that way this side of the eye kind of look bigger and this side look elongated. Do some sort of a tight line from the inner outer lash. Take back the dense brush and blend it. And take back the blending brush and blend it one more time. Place a little more concealer and take a flat brush. This is M224, you know, to do some sort of semi-cut crease. Not really doing a cut crease, but trying to bring some sort of a moist to the eyelid, you know, to help the glitter to stick. M506 with no additional product. I just go back and forth at the edges of the concealer, you know, just like this. Then I take back the fluffy brush with no additional product and go back and forth at the outer corner. I'm not taking additional product, I'm just dusting whatever that is there, you know, to bury the edges of the concealer, make it look a bit more seamless and agreeable. Okay, I'm going to use this loose glitter from P. Louise. This is in shade Icy. I'm going to use my pinky finger to tap a little like that and just place it over like that. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely gorgeous. Like that. I'm letting this to sit. That's it. I for one think this will serve better if it's on glitter glue, but the concealer is not doing a bad job either. So I have no idea what I was expecting going for this glitter. Okay, let's quickly put on lashes and call it a day. I'm going to use this Huda Beauty liner to do some sort of a tight line, there's always a gap between the lash line and the extension band. So I like to fill in that gap with a liquid liner. All right, this is pretty much it. Okay, let's do the inner corner and call it a day. Much better. And so we round up. Drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on my next one. Thanks for watching. See you after. Bye.